So I apologize that it took me a few minutes longer to get set up, but I'll make sure that this is a info-packed presentation for you guys. Before I begin, I do have a quick disclaimer to read before proceeding. So it is important to remember that there are substantial risks in trading commodity futures contracts, and you should carefully consider the risks before. Yeah, so it is important to understand that there are substantial risks in trading commodity futures contracts or foreign currency. You should carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you, and this will depend on your specific circumstance and financial resources. It is possible to lose all the funds deposited with your broker, and you could even incur losses beyond these amounts. Please inquire at brokerage support at NinjaTrader.com for more information or for a copy of the full CFTC risk disclosure. Also, please remember that these trading webinars are not a solicitation nor recommendation, but simply educational in nature. So with that disclaimer out of the way, we are going to take a look at the NinjaTrader 8 platform and some of the feature enhancements that are available with NinjaTrader 8. So without further ado, I will go ahead and bring up the NinjaTrader workspace that I have built for the presentation today. So yeah, here is a workspace that I built for the NinjaTrader platform, which is going to emphasize and demonstrate some of the key NinjaTrader 8 platform features and some of the key enhancements over previous versions of NinjaTrader. So throughout the course of the presentation today, I will be using each of the windows that you see within my presentation display right now to demonstrate some of NinjaTrader's key features. Before we begin, I would like to show you guys how you can get started with NinjaTrader by downloading the platform absolutely free. So NinjaTrader does offer an unlimited free trial period during which you can access all of our platform's features for charting, market analytics, strategy development, back testing, and trade simulation. So if you haven't already done so, you can download NinjaTrader absolutely free, and you can do that directly from our website. So I'll go ahead and post a link to the website into the room now. But if you see this middle field within the NinjaTrader website, you can enter your email address into this field, and that'll allow you to download the platform and also request a live market data trial for either futures or Forex trading. So you can get started with NinjaTrader absolutely free. You can test out all the platform features within a simulated trading environment, and really get to know the platform before making the decision to purchase or lease the software for live trading. So there are a couple questions in the room. There's a question if NinjaTrader is available for Mac. NinjaTrader is a Windows-based application which relies on the .NET framework. So NinjaTrader would only be available for a Windows-based operating system. If you can use a virtual machine on your Mac hardware to run a separate instance of Windows, then it would be impossible to install NinjaTrader on Mac hardware, but you would need to run the NinjaTrader platform within a Windows environment. So moving on with the platform, now that we have discussed how you can get started with NinjaTrader absolutely free, including access to a live market data trial, let's take a look at the NinjaTrader platform. So you can see that I have a few different windows on this chart, or a few different windows open. The first one that I'll start with is this 1-minute chart of the E-mini S&P. So I'll go ahead and maximize this window while we're talking about it, and then I can minimize it back into my workspace arrangement. So yeah, this is just a basic 1-minute candlestick chart of the E-mini S&P. You can see that I have a few different indicators applied to this chart. So right now I have an exponential moving average as well as a MACD indicator. So NinjaTrader does come pre-built with over 100 technical indicators. So many of the most common technical indicators in the trading industry are already going to be available pre-built within the NinjaTrader platform. You can access those indicators by right-clicking the background of your chart and then clicking the Indicators button. And that'll launch an Indicators window, which allows you to add new indicators to your chart, as well as modify existing indicators. So I see that there are some comments coming into the room that there's no audio. My audio is still enabled. Can everybody confirm by typing a Y into the room that audio is still coming through? So I'll go ahead and type a message into the room for everyone who doesn't have audio just to check their local settings. So back to the NinjaTrader platform, specifically the chart indicators that we have available. If I wanted to add a new indicator to my chart, I could simply select an indicator from this list and then apply that to my chart. So for example, if I wanted to apply an RSI indicator, I could simply select RSI from this list and click Add to add that to my chart, and then click OK. So I mentioned that NinjaTrader comes with over 100 pre-built technical indicators, but NinjaTrader also has an open development environment for custom indicators as well as automated trading strategies. So if you are looking for an indicator or strategy that isn't already available within NinjaTrader, you can actually build that for yourself using our C#-based programming environment, which we call NinjaScript. So NinjaScript allows you to access and harness the full power of C#. That gives you an environment to build custom indicators as well as trading strategies. So that ability to create custom indicators also extends to third-party developers. So we actually have an ecosystem of third-party developers who offer custom indicators and trading tools for our platform. So what that means is that you never have to worry about outgrowing NinjaTrader. If you adapt your trading methodology to include new indicators or new strategies that aren't already available within NinjaTrader, you can either build those yourself or you can outsource them from one of the third-party developers in our ecosystem. So some of the enhancements that we made for NinjaTrader 8 is we've added a tabbed interface to all of the windows within NinjaTrader, and I'm going to demonstrate that from this chart. So as you can see, there are tabs at the bottom of each window. Right now, I only have one tab open, but what I can do is I can actually duplicate this existing chart in a new tab. So what I'll do is I'll right-click and then click Duplicate in New Tab. And what that'll do is that'll create a separate tab with the exact same chart settings. So all the same indicators as well as the same data series parameters. And then I can quickly change my period type. So for example, I can change to a 15-minute chart by typing 15M. And now I have two tabs open within the same chart window. One of which has a 1-minute chart, and then I have a 15-minute chart. So I can quickly switch between two different chart intervals of the E-mini S&P all within the same window by using the chart tabs. And it also allows me to quickly duplicate the all of the settings that I currently have active on this chart. So Dr. Bones says they have NinjaTrader 7 and is wondering if the duplicate chart feature is available for NinjaTrader 7. So no, the duplicate chart feature is dependent on this tabbed interface, which is something that we introduced for NinjaTrader 8. So that's not going to be available for NinjaTrader 7, but if you're already using NinjaTrader, whether you have a lifetime license or if you're just using the platform within a free simulation environment, you would be able to upgrade to NinjaTrader 8 at any time completely free of charge and start testing out those features. So NinjaTrader 7 and NinjaTrader 8 are two separate software applications, so you can have both installed on your computer at the same time. That makes it very easy for you to transition gradually. If you're still comfortable with trading on the NinjaTrader 7 platform, you can still rely on NinjaTrader 7 for the majority of your trading, but you can also install NinjaTrader 8 and run the two platforms side by side. So you can gradually start that process of learning the NinjaTrader 8 platform if you do want to take advantage of the enhancements like the chart tab features. So at this point, we've kind of gone over the basics of NinjaTrader charting. We've talked about indicators as well as the open development environment for indicators, and we discussed chart tabs as well. So at this point, I'll go ahead and switch to my next window. So the next window that I'm going to discuss is the Market Analyzer window, which is in the top right of my desktop display. I'll go ahead and maximize that for a second just so you can make sure that you know which window I'm working with. Then I'm actually going to set this back to the position it was before. So the Market Analyzer is essentially what NinjaTrader provides as a market scanner. So you can upload a list of instruments, futures, stock ticker symbols, or even Forex pairs to a Market Analyzer window, and allows you to quickly scan for different price data or different indicator data as well. So as you can see, I have a list of futures contracts, and then I also have the Dow 30 loaded to this Market Analyzer window. Right now, I'm only showing the current ask, bid, and last traded prices, but I could add additional columns to this Market Analyzer window by right-clicking and then selecting Columns. And that will allow me to add new columns with different price values, different fundamental data points, and also different indicator values. So I can view indicator values directly on my Market Analyzer window. So if I scroll through these list of available parameters here in the top left, I can select the item indicator and then click Add. And then I can change the indicator that's plotting. So for example, if I want to be able to quickly compare the last price to the price of like an exponential moving average, I can add a column for an exponential moving average. And what that'll do is that'll plot the real-time price of that exponential moving average in a separate column. So, now, for example, I can quickly see whether the last traded price is above or below the price of that exponential moving average. So you're going to essentially think of the Market Analyzer window as charting without the charts. You can get all the same raw data. You can apply all of the same indicators. And NinjaTrader is going to be doing all of the calculations for those indicators on the back end, as opposed to actually having it visual in front of you in the form of a chart. Another cool feature of NinjaTrader is the ability to link windows. So what I can do is I can link this Market Analyzer window with my chart by selecting a color in the top right of the window. So if I select both of these windows to lime green, what that allows me to do is quickly change the instrument that I'm viewing on my chart based on what I have selected on the Market Analyzer window. So right now I have the E-mini S&P selected in both, but if I wanted to quickly switch to a chart of the mini NASDAQ, what I could do is I could select NQ 0318 from my Market Analyzer, and then you can see that I'll automatically change the selected instrument on my chart. Same way I could do if I wanted to view the quickly switch to the crude oil futures, I could click CL on my Market Analyzer, and then that will automatically change the instrument that I have viewing on my chart because these two windows are linked. I could link as well the Superdome window here. So now all three of these windows are linked by that green color in the top right. And as I select the instruments from my market analyzer, it will automatically change the instrument that I have selected on both my chart and the linked SuperDOM as well. So next thing I'm going to discuss is the Superdome window, which of my open windows is in the far left. So the Superdome window is essentially a price ladder display where you can see the current ask, bid, and last traded prices moving relative to a central price ladder. And then on the buy and the sell columns, you can view the market depth up to 10 levels above and below the current ask and bid prices. So the market depth, sure all of you know, is showing you the number of pending limit orders or number of available contracts based on the pending limit orders at the exchange at each of these price levels. So, right now there's currently 35 contracts. Well, that number is going to change, but you can see the number of contracts that are waiting to be, bought or sold at a specific price level, like, 25, 11, 12. It looks like there's typically, right now there's kind of between 20 and 40 contracts at that price level, but market's moving pretty quick right now, especially on the mini Dow. Porcupine is asking if you can display the profile of bid-ask volume on the DOM. So there is actually a way to view some volume analysis directly on the SuperDOM, and you can do that by using SuperDOM columns. And this actually transitions me nicely into a new feature that we've added for the NinjaTrader 8 SuperDOM versus NinjaTrader 7. So if you right-click on your SuperDOM, you see a right-click window or menu, and one of the options within that right-click menu is columns. So if you select columns, we can actually add a few different types of columns to the SuperDOM window, which gives us another level of market analysis that we can do directly from the SuperDOM window. So you can use SuperDOM columns to view APQ, which is average position in Q. You can have a column for notes. You can also have a column for your that helps you track your P&L at certain price levels. But the one that we're going to use, because it relates specifically to Porcupine's question, is the volume column. So we'll go ahead and select volume from that list of available, and then click Add. And then we'll click OK to add that to our SuperDOM. So this is going to populate. This is going to show us essentially the relative volume of contracts that are traded at various price levels. Another enhancement to the NinjaTrader SuperDOM with the launch of NinjaTrader 8 is the ability to view indicator values directly on your SuperDOM. So if I go back to my chart, for example, we can see that I have an exponential moving average plotting relative to the real-time and historical price data of this futures contract. I can also view similar indicator values directly on my SuperDOM. So if I right-click the background of my SuperDOM again, you can see that next to columns, there's also an option for indicators. So that'll open up an indicators window similar to what we had available from our chart. And like I said, this actually allows us to view indicator values directly on our SuperDOM window. So if I wanted that EMA line from my chart to plot on my SuperDOM as well, I could select EMA from the dropdown or from the list of available, click Add, and then I would just want to make sure that the parameters here on the right match the EMA that I have plotting on my chart. And if I click OK, now we can see an orange line plotting directly on our SuperDOM, which shows us the EMA value. And this EMA value should match what we see plotting on our chart, as long as we have those parameters set up the same. Actually, so I was looking at 15-minute data. And of course, depends the type of data that we're using as well. So right now, this is calculating on 1-minute data. So Yeah, that's a cool enhancement of NinjaTrader 8 is that you can plot your price action indicators directly on the SuperDOM display. So D-Boy has a question in the room. D-Boy is asking which data providers I like the most. So D-Boy, that really depends what you're trying to do. It depends which markets you're trading. It depends, what type of data you're looking at. So when you're using NinjaTrader with a supported broker, any of NinjaTrader's supported brokers are going to provide live and historical market data into the NinjaTrader platform that you can use for charting, analytics, etc. But there are, other market data options for the NinjaTrader platform. Kinetic, for example, has been optimized specifically for NinjaTrader. So Kinetic is not a broker. Kinetic is essentially a dedicated market data provider that you can subscribe to on a monthly basis for access to real-time and historical market data. So yeah, I would say that the best data provider really depends how you intend to use the NinjaTrader platform, whether you are using NinjaTrader for live trades, or if you're just using NinjaTrader for charting and analytics. If you're using NinjaTrader for charting and analytics, but if you're not trading live with a broker, then a data provider like Kinetic is a great option, because Kinetic would just be market data on a monthly subscription basis. If you are connecting to a supported broker, then you would be receiving live market data through your brokerage account. You can still utilize a provider like Kinetic as a supplement, but you would be getting market data from your broker as well in that case. So hope that provides you with a little information, D-Boy. Really, like I said, there are a lot of different options available to get market data into NinjaTrader. One of the benefits of our platform is that you do have a little bit of flexibility in terms of who you use for market data. You're not bound to one specific data provider, based on your broker, for example. If you do have any specific questions that I wasn't able to address directly, go ahead and send a note to our platform sales team. So that email address is platformsales@ninjatrader.com. And then you also asked when NinjaTrader 8 was launched. So NinjaTrader 8 was launched in November of 2016. So yeah, we've been working with NinjaTrader 8 as our flagship platform for about 18 months now. So it's definitely something, obviously, that November 2016, that date was a full production release of the NinjaTrader platform. So that was no longer a beta phase. So we've had over a year at this point, about 18 months working with the NinjaTrader platform as a full production release. Yeah, it's absolutely stable. About half, I believe, of our user base is utilizing NinjaTrader 8 for live trading at this point. So Bogey is asking how to import a workspace into NinjaTrader 8. So that might be a little bit better question for our platform support team. If somebody can, copy a workspace file for you, you should just be able to move that into the, correct NinjaTrader platform directory, and then it would be available to you the next time you start up NinjaTrader. If you send a note to our platform support team, they can provide you with a little bit more detailed information about how that would be done. But yeah, that definitely would be possible to, copy a workspace file, share it with somebody, or just move it over to a different computer. So going back to our presentation, we discussed the SuperDOM. We briefly touched the ability to place indicators on the SuperDOM, and I placed that 1 minute exponential moving average. The indicator that I actually like to run on my SuperDOM is the current day and prior day open, high, low, close indicators. So you can, let's see. So there's prior day open, high, low, close. So this will plot 4 separate lines on your Superdome window for the previous trading days open, high, low, and close values. And then you can do the same with the open, high, low of the current day. And sometimes those, can provide technical levels in terms of where possible levels of support and resistance may be. So those are ones that I like to include on my chart as well. So current day open, high, low is the other one that I was going to add. So then click OK. And if we scroll, might have to scroll a little ways to find some of those lines plotting. But if we scroll far enough, yeah, we can see the prior day low is plotted in red. And if we scroll up, we should be able to find those other values. So yeah, we can see a level here where we have the prior day close and current day open. Makes sense that those are plotting on the same price. And then, of course, so we've gone over some of the features of the NinjaTrader Superdome for technical analysis. Of course, you can use NinjaTrader for order entry as well. So at the bottom of the buy and sell columns, you can see market order buttons. So if I wanted to place a buy market order, I could simply click the market order button at the bottom of the buy column. So right now I have an order confirmation marker opening up. I can disable that and then click yes, and that will submit a buy market order. I have a sell market button as well as a close button. So sell market order, obviously, or sell market button, obviously that's pretty self-explanatory. The close button, what that's going to do is that's going to cancel any pending orders that I have as well as offset my current position with by placing a market order. So I can also place stop and limit orders directly on my Superdome. So for example, I can submit a sell limit order by single left mouse clicking below the current market price for a buy limit order or above the current market price for a sell limit order. I can also place a buy stop order by holding down the control key on my keyboard. And then, whoops. So I can place yeah, so I can place a buy stop order by holding down the control key on my keyboard and then single left mouse clicking above the current price, or I can do the same with a sell stop order by, again, holding down the control key on my keyboard and then clicking with my middle mouse wheel below the current market price. So when you have pending orders working in the market, you can modify these orders by single left mouse clicking once to pick up the order and then clicking again to put it down. So again, it's a click and click method of order modification. Click once to pick up the order and then click again to set it down. And then we can cancel these orders individually by clicking the red X, or by clicking the black X rather on the order marker. Or I can also liquidate this my entire current position and cancel any pending orders by clicking the close button. So now that we've briefly discussed order placement, order entry from the Superdome window, the next thing I'm going to do is show you guys how to manage trades directly from the chart. So another key feature of NinjaTrader is our chart trader application. So chart trader is order entry available directly from the chart window. So I'll go ahead and click the chart trader icon that's at the top of my chart, and then I will enable chart trader. As you can see with chart trader enabled, that gives me buy and sell market buttons, as well as buttons to place trades at the bid and ask prices. So for example, I can enter a buy market order by simply clicking that buy market button. When you have chart trader enabled, you can also place stop and limit orders using a right mouse click function. So you can right click at a specific price level and see the available order types for that price level. So if I right click above the current market price, the order types that are available are sell limit, sell market of touch, buy stop, or buy stop market, or buy stop limit. I can also right click below the current market price and place either a buy limit, buy market of touch, sell stop market, or sell stop limit. And as with the Superdome, I can modify these pending orders with a click and click method. So click once to pick up the order, then click again to set it down. I can also cancel the orders individually, or I can close all pending orders and offset my current position by using the close button. So there are going to be some text markers that appear on my chart. So what I'll do is disable those by right-clicking the chart and then select data series. And I can disable those trade execution markers at the bottom of the parameters. So really the last item that I'm going to discuss is I'll go ahead and give a quick demonstration of NinjaTrader's ATM strategies. So ATM stands for Advanced Trade Management. And what ATM strategies allow you to do is predefine your stop loss and profit target levels before entering a position. So in order to set up an ATM strategy, I'll go to the drop down under ATM strategy and select custom. That'll allow me to select a new custom ATM strategy on the fly. First thing that I'll need to do is set my order quantity. So I'm actually going to demonstrate a 2-leg ATM strategy. So I'll need to submit an order quantity that's divisible by 2, or that is at least 2, that is. And then I can add a second leg to the strategy. So I have target 1 is going to manage one contract, and then target 2 is going to manage the other contract. The next thing that I'll need to do is enter a stop loss. So I can enter a stop loss of 6 and a profit target of 8. So what that means is I'm entering a 2-lot order to enter my trade. Target 1 will manage one contract with a stop loss of 6 and a profit target of 8. So if I lose 6 ticks on this position, I want to get out of one of my 2 contracts, and the profit target of 8 means I'll take profit at 8 ticks in profit. So step 2, I'll do a 10-tick stop loss and a 12-tick profit target. So I'll click OK. And just to demonstrate, I'll go ahead and place a buy market order. And you can see my stop loss and profit target orders will automatically fire as soon as I'm entered into that position. So you can think of an ATM strategy as semi-automated trading, where you are entering a strategy or entering a trade manually, and then the ATM strategy is managing the exit of that position. So each of the stop loss and profit target orders is set up as an OCO pair. So as my profit target orders fill, the corresponding stop loss orders will automatically cancel, which will eventually bring me back to flat in the market. So I do just have a couple minutes left in the room today before I have to hand it over to the next presenter. So I will go ahead and end the presentation today by discussing some exclusive discounts that we made available for the attendees of today's webinar event. So we do have two exclusive discounts, or a few exclusive discounts available for the attendees of the event today. So if you want to purchase a lifetime license for NinjaTrader, we are currently offering, for the attendees of today's presentation, we're offering a $200 discount towards the purchase of a multi-broker license key, or a $100 discount towards the purchase of a single broker lifetime license key. Or if you've never traded live with the NinjaTrader platform, you also have the option to lease, to receive a free 1 month use with NinjaTrader if you sign up today for a quarterly lease. So again, the three discount options that we have available for you guys today are going to be a $200 discount towards the purchase of a multi-broker license key, a $100 discount towards the purchase of a single broker lifetime license key, or 1 month free when you sign up for a quarterly lease. And if you cancel that quarterly lease within the first month, you will not be billed. So if you're interested in taking advantage of these discounts, act now. We're able to offer these discounts for the next 48 hours for anyone who is in attendance of the webinar event today. If you are interested in taking advantage of these discounts, send a quick note to platformsales@ninjatrader.com with the subject line MrTopStep webinar discount, and let us know which of the discount options you would like to utilize, and we will provide you with additional information on taking advantage of this discount. So I do have just a couple minutes left today, maybe we'll give it 3 more minutes if you want to ask a couple questions into the room, and then I will be handing the presentation window over, to the next scheduled presenter. So Buddy is asking about putting quantity tick buttons on, or quantity quick buttons on the Superdome. So in NinjaTrader 8, you can do quantity presets. So you can, define like a default quantity, for example, and you could up this to a 5 contract order, and if you hit the buy market button, that submits your market order as a for quantity of 5 contracts. So that is something that we have available already, I believe. Yeah, I mean, you can change that quantity quickly, and then that's going to be the quantity submitted for your market orders using these quick buttons here. So if someone wants to ask one more question, I will have time to answer that. If not, I can go ahead and start to transition the room over to the next presenter. Once again, if you are interested in taking advantage of the discounts that we have available today, I'll put those up on the screen one more time. Do send us a note to platformsales@ninjatrader.com and let us know which of the available discounts you're interested in. D-Boy is asking how many users we currently have on the platform. I don't have those figures on hand. Yeah, I don't have those figures on hand on how many people are using NinjaTrader right now. But yeah, our platform has been in the industry for I believe 15 years this year. So we've been in the industry for 15 years. We've been breaking ground that entire time with awards and new platform features. but I don't have available the total number of users on our platform. So yeah, once again, if you do want to take advantage of one of our exclusive discounts, write a note to our platform sales team, platformsales@ninjatrader.com, and let us know whether you want to take advantage of the $200 discount for the multi-broker lifetime license, the $100 discount towards the single broker lifetime license, or the 1-month free lease if you have not ever traded live with the NinjaTrader platform. That third option is available as well. So I will allow the next presenter to take over the room at this time, but we look forward to hearing you. And if you have any questions about NinjaTrader, feel free to send us a note at any time, and we'd be glad to assist you.